All right, number one. Algebra 2 honors. Remember, it's all multiple choice. Probably about 50 questions. And I think you're going to choose your calculator for this. It's the first time in 10 years since I've been teaching.
Are you serious?
I wouldn't mind to. Not with the camera rolling. All right, so they want you to choose a reasonable equation. This is straight calculator, grab your calculator. I know we went over this right before the break, but let's do it again. Go to Stat, Edit, and in your list 1s, you want to put your X values. In your list 2, you want to put your Y values. Okay, at this moment you want to double check the figures that you put in, because if you put them in wrong, it's going to give you the wrong answer. Looks good? Go back to Stat, arrow over to Calculate, and number 4, Linear Regression. And on my calculator, you got to hit enter twice. So on some of your calculators, you got to hit enter a few more times. It tells you use the equation y equals ax plus b, and it gives you the values of a and b. So you just want to plug those in and write it like an equation. Questions? No questions, huh? Y'all are going to be quiet the whole time, man. What is it, Muhammad?
What? So I can't ask questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright. Why is it in the form y equals x plus b?
Because it's linear.
Oh, so it's just, it's the same as mx plus b. Never mind. I see.
Yes, mx, just like mx plus b, yes.
Don't write on the package.
That was my request, yes. Any other questions? All right, let's do number 2. If you want to clear out one of your lists, if you just arrow up to where it says L1, hit clear and enter, it'll clear out the whole list. Also, during the exam, if you find out you're missing list 1 or list 2, you need those. When you go to Stat, number 5 is Setup Editor. If you select that, it will bring your list back in. Okay, sometimes the list just disappears. Setup Editor is number 5 under Stat. All right, so let's put the information in for number 2, 6, 7.8. All right, double check. Okay. Stat, arrow over to calculate, down to linear regression. And slope is 3.94 and y-intercept is negative 23.18. Questions on that? Actually, that's like 1A, isn't it? Or 1B. Questions on number 1? Okay, number 2. Number 2, completely ignore the graph and just go right with the chart. Same thing. Timeout? We need a timeout? You can't behave.
Yep, time out, you got it?
Alright, stat. What are we looking for?
We got it, sure.
Oh. Yeah, walk down the row on the right.
Am I gonna be in your video?
If you walk down the row on the right, you will be.
Okay. Video?
Oh, that's your window, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Have a good day.
You too. Alright, this one. There we go. Alright, stat, calculate, linear regression. Alright, I got slope of 1.73 and y-intercept of 36.88. Anybody get something different? Questions on number 2? Okay, number 3. Number 3 is a system with 3 variables and 3 equations. Remember, you got to enter the matrix to do that. Second matrix, we want to edit the A matrix, so arrow over to edit. And we want a 3 by 3. And what you're going to enter in here is the coefficients. So 2, -1, -1, 1, -2, 1, and 1, -3, 5. Second matrix, which is 4th button down on the left, see it? And you want to edit. And you want a 3 by 3. So put in the coefficients, and then we want to edit the B matrix. So second matrix, arrow over to edit, and then down to B. And that should be a 3 by 1. And there you want to put in the constants at the end. -1, -8, -16. Now we need to calculate the answer. To do that, you need to start with the calculator screen. So second quit will get you out of the matrix. And we got to start with the calculator screen. Now I want to bring the A matrix out to the calculator screen. So go back to matrix, and it's already on names and A. So just hit enter, and then bring that A matrix out to the calculator screen. Now, and then you need to hit the inverse button, which is x raised to the -1. It'll put up a little -1 there.
Wait, what are you saying?
It's, on my calculator, it is the matrix button, without the second.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
And then you need to bring the B matrix out to the calculator screen. So second matrix, down to B, and it's on B in names, so hit enter, and it brings the B matrix out.
The second one, B.
Huh?
Have
do you fill in B?
What do you mean fill it in?
Finish dating.
Yeah.
What about B?
3 by 1. Guys, if you have a question, stop me right away so I don't have to go back too far. And then hit enter, and it gives you your X, Y, and Z values. Everybody get something different.
How do we know what order it is, the X, Y, and Z? Is it always in that order?
It's in the order that you told the calculator it's in. You
Okay.
put the X's first, then you put the Y's, then you put the Z's.
So you like have to make sure to put it all.
You want to make sure your problem's set up just like this one. I doubt they're going to try to trick you on this. And remember your answer is a point, so it'll be 1, 4, negative 1. Yes.
Can you go from not, we already put everything in the matrix, just like we already put everything in the calculator,
You gotta start with the calculator screen. Are you there? Go back to matrix. It's on names and A. So if you hit enter, it'll bring that A matrix out to the calculator screen. Got that? And then the inverse button. X raised to negative 1. Yes? And then the B matrix. Second matrix, down to B and enter. Did you get 1, 4, negative 1? Okay, you put the information in wrong. Go back. Second matrix. Arrow over to edit. Make sure you got the right numbers in. Laura, did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Anybody else not get it?
Yeah.
Carter, you got it? Don't show up here on exam day without a calculator. Every year I got somebody crying at my door. Seriously, tears. Right, Dawson? What?
I'll have a calculator.
Okay, good.
I have a tissue.
Yeah, sure. Is there some up with it?
Are you crying already?
Is there one over there?
Second.
Okay.
This one.
But okay with this? There's going to be only one of these questions on your exam. Just plug in your calculator and get it right.
Then you just plug it in.
Figure out which one you put in wrong? Okay. Are we ready to move on to number 4? All right. Number 4, choose the inequality to the graph shown. This is a linear line, right? So what's the equation for a linear line?
Y equals mx plus b.
Y equals mx plus b, very good. What's the m stand for?
Slope.
Slope. What's the b stand for?
Intercept.
The y-intercept, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me what any of those two numbers are?
Yeah. We don't remind
The
yourself.
y-intercept is
3.
positive 3. How about our slope?
Negative 0.5.
Can't really tell.
Yeah, because it's, I didn't know. if-
Positive, right?
Oh, well, yeah.
Positive. And it looks like it's crossing this point and this point. So rise is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Run is 1. So 5 over 1.
So just be 5.
So it'll be 5. Now, is it shaded above or below the line? Below the line?
Yeah.
Yes.
So less than. Less than is below, greater than is above. Is it a solid line or a dotted line?
Solid.
Solid, so we need a or equal to. Questions on that? Whoops. Yes.
I kind of thought there were two lines because like the one that's like going up and down, it's like not even on the line and it's like crooked. So I thought that like it was two lines and we had to find them together.
Okay, so how about now?
I get it now.
Good.
But will they have like crooked lines like that on the test?
I don't know. We'll have to wait till we get the test. Yes.
If it's dotted, it'll be without equal.
Correct.
All right.
If it was a dashed or dotted line, you would not include the or equal to.
All right, thanks.
Questions on number 4? Okay. Number 5. It says solve the equation to the nearest thousandth place. What is that? Thousandth place.
3 decimal places.
3 decimal places. That's a hint. What do you think? What does that mean we should do?
Quadratic.
We're gonna need a calculator, right? Just pick up your calculator and graph it.
You wouldn't do quadratic formula.
If you want to use quadratic formula, go ahead.
Would it get you the same answer though?
Of course, as long as you do all the math right. Alright, so what we're going to do is graph the left-hand side, then we're going to graph the right-hand side of the equation. So 6x squared minus 8x minus 7, and the right-hand side of the equation is 0, so I got y equals 0. Hit graph. Okay, there's my parabola that I was expecting. Where do I find the solutions?
On the y-axis. Or x-axis.
On the x-axis, very good, yes.
I got, hold on. Just an error percentage.
You plugged in the equation wrong. You put a negative for a minus or something. Okay, we also put in y equals 0. What does that graph look like?
Oh, then.
Straight line, very good.
Oh, on the x-axis.
It's the x-axis, right? That's why you couldn't see it. You saw the parabola graph, but you didn't see y equals 0 because it is the x-axis. And the solution is going to be where the graph crosses the x-axis. So we need to find the intersection point between graph 1 and graph 2. That will give us those 2 values, right? Let's go ahead and find the one on the left first, just because people read left or right. So second calc, which is the trace button. And we want number 5, intersect. And all you got to do is get the cursor close to the intersection point. That's close enough. And then hit enter 3 times. Eric, you okay? Yeah. All right, so my first answer is going to be negative 6.03. And the next intersection point, second calc, intersect, and then move the cursor close to the other intersection point, and hit enter 3 times. What is that, 1.94, 1.936?
Yeah. Huh?
In the meantime, someone else is still writing down the Pythagorean theorem. I mean the quadratic formula. Any questions on how to find the solutions, the zeros or the roots? You got it?
Yeah.
The zeros, the solutions are roots by graphing, yes.
What did you press in the calculator when you were going to the point? Like you pressed second,
Calc,
right?
which is trace button, sure. Second calc. And then number 5 is intersect, right?
Yeah,
You got it now?
yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Once you get the cursor close, because you got to tell the calculator which point you want it to find, get it close to the one you want it to find and hit enter 3 times. Questions on that? Okay, can we stop it and then start it again?